I've never ever had such a weird dream in my life. I'll just go ahead and tell you now.
Oh, the day I break these chains, I'm bound for the life of the simple things.
Good morning, guys. I had some good sleep last night. I had a little bit of interruption. I had a pretty weird dream I'll have to tell you about sometime, maybe. I've never ever had such a weird dream in my life. I'll just go ahead and tell you now. So I was hiking and I was just trotting along, you know, doing my thing and everything. And then all of a sudden I realized that I was naked as I was hiking up this trail. And it was just a kind of a shock that I happened to be naked. I felt a little off about being naked. I'm going along on the trail and then this bear is in the way, right? And I'm trying to do the make noise and make yourself big thing and back off like you're supposed to and everything. Here I am naked in front of this bear, and so the bear won't back off. So then I end up having to, you know, kill the bear, and then I skinned the bear and put on the bear's hide as so that I wasn't naked anymore. I just started trotting along and continued on my hike, and I woke up. It was weird stuff, real weird stuff. I went back to sleep for a couple hours, and today I'm gonna go and edit up a video for you guys, and then when I'm done doing that, I head down to Coos Bay. Now Coos Bay, I ended up in my very early in my green van days, I had a breakdown that happened in Coos Bay, and there was a mechanic that took a little bit of advantage of me. At least I checked up on what they were trying to charge me for what it was, and negotiated a little bit, but it still was a little higher than it should have been, and it kind of threw off my travels. I had to go a little bit faster, and I really didn't end up seeing much about Coos Bay. That's probably going to be the last stop before I go into California. Hey, there's a GMC motorhome. That's a 23-footer. God, I miss mine. I wish I really would have been able to afford to keep that thing on the road. It's too bad that I was kind of taken advantage of and lied to about what was wrong with it and everything. It would have been really great to have had a coach that I could have managed keeping on the road, because really, honestly, those are absolutely the coolest thing on the road, you know? So it's one of those things where I just wish I could have held on to it. Okay, all you beautiful people, it is time to go and see what the beach is like now. I got those videos edited up. Let's roll. All right, we are almost over to this spot that's very difficult for me to pronounce. So something like Yoquina Recreational Area. This here is Newport, Oregon, in case some of you guys don't know. I think I said that in the last video, that's where I was, but just in case. Historic Nye Beach is over there. We'll have to go and look for it. Okay, so now we're rolling into Yoquina Bay State Park. It's a nice view of that bridge. Man, I wish that window wasn't so crap. Who likes lighthouses? I know I like them. I've always thought they were kind of cool. I actually did a series of videos on the Washington coast one time, going to all these different lighthouses. That was pretty fun. I think I'm kind of liking being out doing this during winter, you know? Everywhere I'm going, I'm almost the only one. It's kind of a nice feeling to have it to yourself. Let's see about getting us a picture over this tree trunk looking thing. That's some big driftwood. Uh-oh. Fun, he said. A good place to hang out, he said. If you look way out there, you can see a guy out there paddleboarding. Oh, there's a couple of them. There's 3 people out there paddleboarding. I think that would be a blast. It's a little cold today, but you know, it looked like they had some wetsuits on, or maybe even a dry suit, so probably isn't that bad. All right, guys, it is time to head out of Newport. We are going to go to Coos Bay. Now, Coos Bay, I can't remember if I mentioned this, but Coos Bay was actually a spot that I had been before that I really didn't get to do the sightseeing, I mean, that I really wanted to do there. You know what? I think this is the town that I picked up these hitchhikers in. So the very first trip I ever took in that green van, I was coming down the Oregon coast here, and I'm almost 100% sure that it was this little town. And it was really late at night. Must have been 11 p.m., maybe even midnight. And I was cruising through here. Yep, it's this town. I had stopped here at this gas station. I got some fuel. The van was acting up. And as I was cruising out of the town, I saw this couple, and they were walking along here, and they had garbage bags covering them. It was super raining. I mean, it was pouring down rain, and I felt for them. So despite the van was not doing too hot, I pulled over. You know, it was intermittently missing on a cylinder. So I pulled over and I offered him a ride. So at first, the lady that was part of the couple had opened the back door. The guy was getting in the passenger seat, and then all of a sudden, up hops this wet dog into the back of my van where I sleep, right next to my bedding. And the wet dog just shake. And like, I could even feel some of it hit me sitting in the driver's seat. I didn't know they had a dog. And I remember thinking to myself, it doesn't matter. It's too late now, you know. I mean, you can't blame the dog, right? I mean, what does a dog do? They stop, they shake off, you know, when they get out of something wet. But it would have been nice for the couple to have let me know they had a dog. But anyways, she gets in right behind them, and then we ended up cruising on into Coos Bay. Now, that dude was a pretty weird dude. She was pretty friendly. So she told me he'd fallen to sleep, or he acted like he was asleep. I'm pretty sure he fell asleep in the passenger side, and I was talking to her as we were heading down the road, and she told me how she met him, and how he said he was going to continue on traveling, and wanted her to go, but you know, understood if she didn't want to. And I thought it was a pretty cool story. So once we got into Coos Bay, after she told me all the story and everything, then I know he was faking it. So we pulled up on this campground. She went ahead and said to go to a campground, and I was trying to get him to wake up, but I saw his eyes open when I was talking to her about it was time for him to get out, because I didn't know him from Adam. I felt comfortable enough picking him up and wanted to be friendly that way, but I didn't know him, so I didn't want to just let him stay in there and sleep in my van, you know. I mean, maybe that was mean of me, I don't know, but I it took a bit to get the guy to quit pretending to be asleep and to get out at the campground. But yeah, I was like, when that dog started shaking off, my stomach drooped, you know, and I was like, well, I can't blame the dog for it. It's so cold this morning. I just tried taking the sleeping bag off of me and I was like, but I need to get up anyways. I don't get to steal any more time if I'm going to go on my hike. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit when I'm cleaned up and ready to head out. The rain just keeps getting heavier and heavier. The trail is turning into a waterfall. Whoa, whoa. Now it's getting real slick. Oh crap, no wonder why there's plastic. Ah! It's a slip and slide over here now. The Oregon coast is so pretty. Look at that. Man, too bad I don't have like a zoom lens on this camera. There's some dudes out there surfing. Really pretty. Here we are at another pretty cove. All things considered, I managed to stay pretty dry. It was soaked out there. So glad I had that plastic bag. I think it would have started getting underneath my hood and everything on the rain jacket. But I only got a few minutes to get back into town before I end up having darkness hit me. Good morning, guys. I am having a heck of a time with condensation. I mean, it's obviously, I couldn't expect anything different as wet as it's been here, and the fact that the temperatures are kind of getting down at night. I have noticed that my vapor barrier, this stuff, my vapor barriers helped a ton. I mean, there's very little condensation on that, and there's, I mean, this is practically dripping. And on the old wall there, here, I mean, it's getting my hand wet. So I need to get that vapor barrier done so that I can finish insulating it. The whole purpose of that vapor barrier was so I could put in insulation. A lot of times, something that you should know if you ever decide to do a van build yourself is that these vans, you know, they're, I mean, being metal, they're like a steel building or a metal building, right? And so in metal buildings, they put in a vapor barrier to go ahead and make it so that when they lay in the insulation, the condensation doesn't soak the insulation and end up causing mold problems. A lot of van folks that live in really wet and cool environments end up getting some mold in the winter. So hopefully I'm not here long enough for that to get too bad, but I mean, it's pretty wet. The condensation's been pretty bad. Okay guys, so I'm getting pretty frustrated. I cannot find my wallet. It's a beautiful sunny day today. Perfect to go on my hike. I'm running out of time to go on it. I don't want to be driving without my wallet. I don't know how, living in a smaller space, it actually gets harder to find things. I don't usually get too cranky most of the time, but right now I'm a little on the pissy side. All right, so 3 hours later, after digging everything out of my van in the middle of a Walmart parking lot, And also dealing with Cricket, who some reason was blocking me off of the towers. I now officially have found my wallet. I got a data signal again, and now we can get over to that trail. Boo, we have a locked gate. I'm gonna go and walk up the road just to see. Maybe there's a washout. Guess I should have looked a little bit closer before I decided to try to walk up the road here, but it says 12 miles. It's too late today to try to hike in to the trail 12 miles to then do the 3 miles into the waterfall, to do the 3 miles back out. Even if I was in shape, I think I am, but even if I was in shape, I'm not going to be able to make that before dusk. So I missed out on this one again. Well guys, today is an absolute treat in my mind. I haven't seen Brian of Adventurevanman for years now. We did some work camping together at the very beginning of this channel, and we're going to be doing a meetup here on Fiesta Island. We're going to do some grilling. It's been a long time since I've been doing much in the grilling sense, and I hadn't seen him in a while, so I figured, what the heck, let's get together, let's cook something up, let's hang out for a bit. All right guys, got our little hangout spot going on. I wonder if you guys know who this guy is.
Hey,
Brian and I are doing some grilling out.
trying to get this charcoal going here.
It doesn't want to start.
Too windy. I think it's going now. I think we got it.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, I got that chicken seasoned up, sitting there marinating, so should be good. Just gotta beat the sun, that's all.
I know. Hey, we're running out of time, guys. Running out of time.
These dang winter days, they're so short.
They are really short too. And there's the van. I don't know if you guys remember. Look how bad that ended up being, that I told you about when I hit that pothole.
Brutal, man.
It's a good thing it's got a lot of miles on it already.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know.
I was thinking about the first time we met up down here. That was, gosh, 5 years, I think, at least.
It's been
6.
So it was. I met you November of 2014.
14.
So it's over 5 years now.
Yeah, I remember that, over in that parking lot there, and that was my first appearance on YouTube. I wasn't making videos at that time.
Yeah, I talked Brian into having his own channel.
You didn't tell me about how horrible it can be.
I didn't know yet. I was so green myself. I was out 3 months. All I had is a great audience.
No, it's worth it. It's totally worth it.
Yeah, and Brian, when I was out there, I'll go ahead and put a playlist up there for you guys too. But Brian here, he introduced me to the Christmas van man. You know, he even did a little bit of filming for me.
That's right. Yeah, the Christmas van guy. I saw his van a couple weeks ago, but I didn't see him. Yeah, I was thinking about the times we've met up on the road. You were at the beet harvest my first year.
Yep.
And then Amazon in Kentucky.
Yep.
And then
Adventureland we did.
Adventureland, and I think that was the last time I saw you on the road.
Yep.
And I don't think we met anywhere else.
We're never on the same spot.
Yeah.
I've been chasing Brian all summer.
Yeah, we were gonna try to meet up in Colorado. That didn't work out. And,
yeah.
no, it's cool. You were down here, and I happened to be here. That worked out.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna go back to doing some BSing. You know, and it's about the temperature that it is a little bit of bee shivering. So.
Yeah, I need to get another shirt on. It's gonna get cold when the sun goes down.
Yeah, well. All right, talk to you guys in a bit. Just got a fire started here. So this is gonna be a nice little spot here to enjoy eating our food that we just grilled up. Just got done. We got some salad mix and some chicken and used some McCormick's on it. I'm gonna go and grab my chair, guys, and get set up over here at the fire. Grab me some salad and some chicken. losing our daylight, but I thought I'd show you our chicken here. And there's my big old salad. Some blue cheese dressing. Get out there, connect with people, live your big story, and make sure you do something every single day to reduce world suck. Peace, guys.